Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing BANT, Dig Site, and Ranked Standard. This deck is centered around Tociasia Dig Site Mentor, a 4-mana 4/3 legendary creature with creatures you control, including herself, have vigilance and the ability tap, Surveil 1. She also has the ability you can pay 8 mana, exile her from your graveyard, then return any number of target artifact cards with total amount of value 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This means if you're going 1-for-1 with your opponent the entire game, you traded off all your resources, you've got plenty of artifacts in the graveyard, and Tociasia is dead as well. For 8 mana, you can then bring back something like a 5-mana 5/5, a 3-mana 4/3, and a 2-mana 3/2 to finish off your opponent. Now, this first ability is actually probably more relevant and more used. It's the Surveil ability. All your creatures have vigilance, so you can attack each turn without them tapping, and then on your opponent's end step, or after blocking or whatever, you can choose to surveil one. In theory, this is used to fill your graveyard with artifacts to bring back later, but since that ability is probably less likely to be used, what this is really for is just digging for answers. Often you want to either dig for the Steel Seraph to give one of your creatures flying to fly over for victory, or the Rootwire Amalgam, which can turn into a 15/15 haste, which can be quite devastating as well. One of the nice things about this deck is a lot of people are running a mix of Infernal Grasp and Go for the Throat, but Go for the Throat cannot hit most targets in the deck. So once they're out of their 2 copies of Infernal Grasp, you're pretty safe to drop these artifacts, and it's really hard for a lot of decks to deal with a 15/15. The 2 overperformers were definitely Steel Seraph giving something flying or lifelink to stabilize, and the Amalgam just turning into a beast of a creature and swinging over for victory. So that's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Okay, let's make this work. Wormlet on 1. Matsukata Moto on mono black. All right, here we come. Rakdos. Rakdos Harvester. Okay. Go ahead and take our blue and probably drop the Assembler here. I'm not sure we offer to trade off the Wormlets. I think we do not. I think we offer to trade the Assembler next turn. Wormlet could get pretty big this game. Okay, they don't like that. They use their Go for the Throat now. There aren't too many targets for them anyway in this deck. And they pick off the Assembler. Okay, fine by us. Play out the Seraph here, I think. 3-mana 3/3 is not too bad. Can give itself lifelink next turn. Infernal Grasp again, but they might be stuck on land here. Okay. Yeah, I think we play out the Dig Site Mentor. We're pretty close to hitting 5 mana. And then we can drop some bigger baddies. It's actually Grixis. They get their Fable going. Okay. So their game plan has started. We go ahead and hit the Foundry, though, which is pretty nice here. So I think we drop the 5/5 Amalgam. We can, of course, swing first, which we'll go ahead and do. 4 Vigilance coming in. And we drop the Amalgam. And potentially have lethal presented next turn. Could always sack the Amalgam, take a 15/15 haste, but unlikely it'll come to that this very turn. Now we hope they don't run that many Infernal Grasps. And they can't answer some of these things. It's very possible. Oni Cult Anvil. It's actually an Anvil deck. Okay, so they can make some chump blocks here. They sack the Blood Token, make their first blocker. Down to 14. Alright, what do we want here? Making the 15/15 is pretty good. You're also pretty good. I mean, this threatens lethal every turn. We just need to get rid of their artifacts. I think we leave you on top. I think we go ahead and make the 15/15. Let's do it. They don't have black mana open, so they don't have Infernal Grasp. And if they want to pick off the Tociasia Mentor, that's fine with us. We want to pick off their artifacts as much as possible, so that they can't keep the Anvil train going. Okay. Take 4 down to 11. End here. We can Surveil twice. Probably just keep hitting non-lands. Steel Seraph would, of course, be amazing, because we could just give the 15/15 flying and end it on the spot. Another Anvil. Let's see if they cannibalize the first Anvil to make a blocker, or they attack with the Goblin Shaman, maybe. They attack with the Goblin Shaman. We'll go ahead and take this block. That's fine with me. If they have removal, then so be it, but I'm not super worried about that. Okay, they cannibalize the treasure token instead. All right, so they get some blockers, deal some damage here. Steel Seraph, again, could end the game on the spot. We'll take the Surveil. That's not it. We'll go ahead and bin that. Another magic. The other thing we can do is start going unblockable. It's also pretty good. Let's start with an attack. Yep, chump and sack. They take 4, though. It's pretty good. Down to 11. I think we play the Surge Engine. Okay. We're pretty happy with that. Casualty 1, resolve. We can't pay it twice, so there's no point in paying at all. Decline. Okay, we're happy with all that. That's all fine. And I think we drop the Amalgam here, because we can potentially pump it up to a 6/6 haste next turn. So we'll end here. We're still looking for Steel Seraph. That could end the game on the spot, but we're not there yet. And they're out of artifacts. So we'll see if they have like a Blood Tithe Harvester in hand. They do. That's too bad. That fuels all their things at once. They can copy it with Kiki Jiki, pick off one of our creatures, keep the Oni Cult Anvil train going. So that's a great draw for them. Yep, they copy you. And see if they target Tociasia. Could target the Amalgam as well. It does come in as a 6/6 haste next turn. We target you. In response, we'll go ahead and do this now. There's the Seraph. That's what we want. Do we go ahead and, we don't need the next Surveil then. So we hope they don't have another Make Despair. Okay. 1 card left in hand. Let's hope it's not Make Despair. But we gotta go for it here. So here it comes. Auto pay. We won't know. They always have the blood token stick. It's not Make Disappear. Move to combat. Target you. Is it Infernal Grasp? Hey, let's go, baby! 15/15 flyer. On the draw, too many slow lands, but we can at least start with a Wormlet. And we top deck another slow land. Joy. Okay. No cut down on 1, though. That's pretty good for us. Roadside Reliquary. Potential little Orzhov grindy matchup here. Old school. Go for the throats. All right. One of our only non-artifact creatures is down. And we cannot curve out here. Play out our next tap land. Bankbuster. Okay. Well, probably drop the Surge Engine here. We can at least spend the last point of mana to level it up. Opponent takes the draw. Okay. All right. Can't be blocked. Backup Surge Engine. 5/4 gets it out of cut down range. We're almost up to dropping 5/5s. What do you think? Backup Surge Engine or level this guy up? I think I'm down to level it up. Okay. Swing for 5. 20 down to 14. We can now trade with the Shoulder next turn. We can start dropping some pretty big creatures on them. Depopulates. Okay. That's fine by us. We got plenty left in the tank. Ooh, I love a good Augur. I love good Augur. Okay. I'm down. See if we get land off the top. We do. Play you out, and we'll play out a backup Surge Engine. Depopulate again. All right. No more Augur for us. All right. Well, if we drop the Amalgam, they don't have an answer. They just lose. Pretty happy with that. Let's see, at 6 lands, we're almost close to a Dig Site Mentor. If we can play a Dig Site Mentor and they sweep it, we can actually bring it back for the full combo. Okay, with Lethal presented, they play out the Fable. They do leave open a black mana. Auto Tapper left that open. which is interesting. So do we invest everything here? Probably don't need to. Maybe drop the Seraph and either swing with flying. Yeah, let's try that. So there is some stick here. Let's see if they... Ooh, they take the Bankbuster draw. Okay. And let's just go with flying here. When it drops to 4. And Lethal still roughly presented. Let's see if they can hit one more sweeper. Drop off their own Seraph. Look at that. Okay. That's a fun one. Okay. Grasp on the Seraph. They have more Go for the Throat. It's not going to hit most of our deck, which is actually pretty nice. They play out their own Seraph. Potentially give it lifelink and attack for 3. Yep. Sorry, for 2. Get the treasure. Go up to 3. Okay. So we don't have to spend our mana leveling up the Amalgam because we already have Lethal. So they are forced to block here. They can power up the Bankbuster, but that doesn't matter either. Gains haste. What if we play you out as a 2/2 and then level you up? Let's try that. Okay. And we'll level you up the same turn. So now we have a 5/5 as well as a 6/6 haste. And we'll see if that's enough to get there. Do you have one more removal that's not Go for the Throat? They needed another Infernal Grasp. All right, let's freaking go, boys. On the play, we can keep this. We need one more land to make it work. Get our tap land down first. Opponent on Mono Black Evolved Sleeper. What a joy. We hit the next land, though, so that's not too bad. Assembler's okay. Probably want to Autumn next turn. Autumn benefits from having a 3-mana 3/3. So we go Surge Engine Autumn into a 4-power Smalcrum, and that would turn on Coven. You know, normally I would trade here, but given the Autumn plan, we're actually just going to eat one. Underdog. Well, they're definitely going to put some early pressure on us. Here comes the Autumn. Land on top. The Ganja's not bad, but we'll probably play it out. We'll see what happens. Third lands. Swing for all. I think we take it again. We really want the Autumn to start. Okay, let's see what this last card is. It's another Underdog. That's not the worst. Creature on top. We'll just start with land here. Play out the Simian. And that makes you a pretty big blocker. Doesn't get Coven. Put it here, that makes Coven. That makes them more incentivized to pick it off, though. They haven't picked off anything yet. Okay, so technically we have Coven now. And we'll just sit pretty for one more minute. They do have Stick here. It's just the Sleeper level up. Fourth land, they haven't shown us removal all game. Is it time? They just attack with a Death Toucher. No blocks. We'll keep Coven. Okay. Down to 12. Is it Shoulder time? It is Shoulder time. Okay. So the setup is over. We'll go ahead and take the free level up here. And we take the draw. So the games begin. Down to 10. Probably play you out now. Ideally, we hold open white. I think. So we can play the Assembler if we want. Okay, we don't hit land, though. I think no attack still. Clock is very much ticking. We'd love a Teething Wormlet just to gain a little bit of life every turn. Invoke Despair, we sack one of our creatures. Battlethopter gets bigger. It's pretty useless right now. The Simian's okay. We can always bring it back later. Down to 6. They could probably just attack all here. Be pretty happy. They don't, though. Okay. We've already leveled this up once. No point in doing it again. And we're down to 4. We really need a Wormlet on top. It's not that. Go ahead and take it, because we have to hit a Wormlet to win, basically. Still don't really have good attacks. And we are 1 Invoke Despair away from death. And there it is. When it goes first, we got some 2s and 3s. Give this a go. And we hit that next land, which is nice. Start here. Denick it is. Okay. Well, in terms of 2/3s, the Amalgam is fine. Surge Engine is fine. Let's go Surge Engine. Right into Brutal Cathar anyway. Take the engine. Swing for 2 lifelink. Down to 18. Okay. Steel Seraph's much better next turn. We might just drop the Simeon this turn. 3 mana 4/3. Potentially swing for lifelink next turn. Valiant Veteran. Pump the entire squad. Valiant Veteran. Pump the entire squad again. Get in for 4 points of lifelink damage. Okay, not ideal. Well, what's the best way to play this? I think Steel Seraph giving lifelink is kind of our best shot here. Lifelink it is. Are you willing to trade any of those things? We'll take any trades. Nope. Okay. Thalia. Not super annoying for our particular deck. No blocks. Eat 8. Okay. Well, we have a pretty big blocker now. Play the Amalgam. We can't swing for... We could swing for lifelink here. Potentially better than nothing. Up to 11. And if they have removal for the Amalgam, we lose. We don't win. We can actually swing with 15-15 in the air. There's still not enough to win. They do nothing. We can give everyone Vigilance here. That's pretty good. Make the 15-15 now and give it lifelink. That's also pretty good. That's probably the play. Okay. Let's go for it. Auto pay. Give you lifelink. And make them deal with it. We're attacking in the air. They scoop on that. Let's freaking go. On the play with some 2-drops. We'll give this a go. Alright. Tap land on 1. Thundown Pass. Okay. Both the Surge Engine and the Assembler are pretty good here. We'll go ahead and go with the Assembler. Next turn we can play out Backup Assembler, attack, and power it up to a 3/3 potentially. Okay, actually 5 colors here. 5? I guess it could just be Mardu. Okay. So we want to trade with the Harvester. I guess it's fine. It's better than leaving it around for a Kiki Cheeky later. So we'll go ahead and attack here. Okay, opponent takes the block. We could burn Hinaganjo just to save the Assembler. How good is that? We probably need you for like Shouldered later or something. We'll just take that trade now. And we go ahead and manual taps here. Oops. Drop the Surge Engine. Hold up in blue so we can level it up. Okay, Mardu do nothing. We'll take the level up. And we're fine if they counter or pick off the Tociasia here. Play out the Foundry. We have enough land, right? Yeah, we can play out this. Alright. See if they make disappear. Oh, sorry, they're not playing blue. See if they just pick it off. Removal looks like it's about to come down. Go for the throat. Oh, okay. And so we swing without Vigilance. Okay. We actually have a lot of land. We could pull off Tociasia this game. We'll see what happens. Sarah Paragon. Well, it's a pretty good Aganjo target. And level it up to a 5/4. But really, we just want them to block here. They're not going to block. Oh, it can't be blocked at all, right? How good is leveling up to a 5/4 versus playing the 5/5 instead? This is better because we can pick off the Aganjo in response to attack. Okay. Let's do nothing here, as weird as that is, and hope to pick off the Paragon with Aganjo. Opponent should be thinking Wandering Emperor, something up. It's a little bit of a dead giveaway. Ooh, Archangel, okay. So we could be forced to level it up here to protect it. You don't pick off the Paragon. I think I'm okay with that, I suppose. Okay. So it survives the first blast, but they get to attack with the Paragon. Interesting. Wormlet's not bad. Do we hold back? We might have to use the Aganjo on the Archangel, actually. So if that's the case, it's just the Wormlet this turn. Okay. Swing for 5 unblockable damage. Opponent drops 10. And end here, and now I have to pick off the Archangel. Blood token's also annoying. Everything's bad about the situation. Okay, they play out the Harvester. They can't use the removal this turn. Go for the throat on the Wormlet. Okay. I think we take out the Lifelinker here. We take out the Paragon. We don't take out the Paragon. They play back the Harvester every turn, which is brutal. But so is 3 lifelink damage every turn. I think we're looking for the kill here somehow. Okay. That doesn't help so much. We could take the draw 3, or we can just play out a 4/5, which almost gets there. Start with an attack, I think. Yep, they can't block. I think we play out the next creature. It's a really awkward place to be. Opponent has loads of answers. They pick off the engine this turn. Play it back with the Harvester, so I'm going to have to sneak through for lethal soon. If we draw the Steel Seraph, we actually can. Oh, they've already played that back once. Ooh, brutal. Not what you want to see. Okay, different game now. Opponent has a ton of expensive cards in their deck. We're actually pretty close to Tociasia coming back, which is kind of cool. We could trade the Assembler. Okay, attack with a 4/5. They only block there. Okay. Doesn't really matter if we tap it or not, because they have flying anyway. We do get the Surveil, though. Okay. Let's do it like this instead. Then we can still Surveil with the Assembler. Shield token down. Opponent attacks for 8 in the air this coming turn. Spying Overseer, get a little bit of life, draw a card. And they have another blocker. Go up to 9. Not sure we can pull off lethal. In fact, I'm pretty certain we cannot. Drop down to 3. We take our Surveil here. Could also put a counter on it, but what do we need? I guess we need lifelink off the Seraph, and even then it might not be enough. Surge Engine instead. We can't give it haste. We can't block the flyers. We probably don't have enough mana to level it up. so that's probably game here. Anything we can dump in the graveyard? No, I think that's game. We'll call it there. When it goes first, pretty awkward opening hand. Swamp. Okay, so we start with the tap land here. We don't have green on one. A lot of mono black running around today. Here comes Misery Shadow. Play out the waste, play out the wormlets. Oof. Okay, no blocks. That's a poor start for us. Very awkward indeed. Play the Simian this turn. I guess make a 4-3 and a 2-2. Nothing can trade with the Shadow though, which is rough. Unless we double block the Shadow. It's a very good card on the play. Very awkward to deal with. They have removal anyway. But now they can't attack with the Shadow unless they want to trade. They do, okay. Well, we'll probably take out Gix here. We hope they don't have the backup, but it's probably the better of the two trades. And they pump at least once. They pump twice. So no 2-drops in hand, most likely. Swing for 4. Still get the Gix trigger. Okay. We get the Steel Seraph here, probably. Is Thopter good enough in the long run? Thopter lets us flash in a Platoon Dispenser next turn, which is kind of freaking funny. Maybe we'll try it that way. Gix returns. That blows. Eat 4 damage here, and they draw a card. They hold 2 mana open, though. They don't pump it. Because they're worried about removal. But instead, we have the Liberator, Urza's Battle Thopter. Let's freaking go. Backup Thopter. Alright, so this turn we flash in the Platoon Dispenser. No attacks. I mean, we could attack because we're not really blocking, but maybe we can wig him out here. Okay, the attack all. So we flash in the Platoon Dispenser. We'll give myself a nice. Nobody else is going to give me a thumbs up, so I got to do it myself. And eat 8, up to 8 from the Misery Shadow. We can threaten the block, but I don't think it's worth it. Only take 2, okay. I mean, we're still going to lose this game, but hey man, don't say I didn't try. Invoke Despair. Yeah, it's probably you. Down to 7. Platoon Dispenser holding down the fort here. Otawara. Huh. That's pretty fun. I think we just dropped the 6-6. Or sorry, the 6 mana 5-4. Give you lifelink. Alright. Swing for a little bit of lifelink damage. Opponent with 5 cards in hand. Let's see how much removal they have. Hopefully it's all go for the throat and they can't target this stuff. Swing for 9. No blocks. Pump once. Pump twice. That's all. So we see another Invoke Despair drop to 1. Yep. We can give this itself lifelink. We'll just drop you off. We can actually bounce the Shadow, which is kind of interesting. Okay, we'll play you out. No point in playing you before combat, because we can't give you haste. So we give you lifelink. Swing for 5. Flash in the Liberator. Bounce the Shadow. Could we get there? It's a lot to hope for. Let's make them pump 6 mana in. Let's see it. Okay. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. Okay, to blockers. And we bounce you. Let's go. We still have enough mana, yeah. To the hand, boy. If we hit one more artifact, then Flash in the Thopter. It's a land. We attack with the Foundry, and they go block, and they take 6. But that's better than nothing, right? Maybe we can give someone flying. Oh, we can give you flying. Oh, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Flying. Never didn't have it. Oh, baby. F you mono black? That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right, what a way to go out. I think we'll call it there. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.